विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते श्रीरूपदामोदर स्वामी नामिने नमो सर्वकामनया मणिपुराद्भवाय च श्रीलपुण्यसद्वानि प्रचारनिरताय ते नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौराङ्गी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषावादे पाश्चात्देशतारिणे हरे कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द प्रिय द्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासरे गौरभक्तवृन्द श्री गुरु चरण पद्मा केवल भक्ति सद्मा बंदमोहितावदानमाते जहाँ प्रसादे भाई भावरिया जाई कृष्ण प्राप्ति हो जाते गुरुमुख पद्माख्या ते कोरिया क्या हरना करे हम आशा श्री गुरु करो चरणे रति ऐसे उत्तम गति रे प्रसाद पूर्ण सर्व आशा चकुरान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञानो दे प्रकाशितो प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ है अविद्या विनाश जाते वेद गाय चारितो श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जन बंधु लोकनाथ लोके जीवा प्रभु करो दया देह मोरे पादाचया एवे जाके सुप्रीमो हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama Ram, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudirayet Nastapráyeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naistiki. So we will recite 51st shloka of first chapter of 10th canto. So this 10th canto is the Samabonam. Basically, the first chapter is the Advent of Lord, and our Parikshit Maharaj was asking Sukadeva Goswami to narrate about the pastimes of Lord Krishna right from starting of his advent, after putting inquiries about the Yadu dynasty, Moon dynasty, and then Sun dynasty, and so on. So 10.1.5 Agneryata daru viyoga yogayor adrustato anyana nimittamasti evam hi jantorapi dhurvibhavyah sharira samyoga viyoga hetuh Agneryata daru viyoga yogayor adrustato anya nanimittamasti evam hi jantorapi dhurvibhavyah sharira samyoga viyoga hetuh. So can anyone repeat with me? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam Prabhu.
Mataji, Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. Agnir
Agnir
Yatha
Yatha
Daru
Daru
Viyoga Yogayo
Viyoga Yogayo
Adrustataha
Adrustataha
Anyata
Anyata
Na
Na
Nimitamasti
Nimittamasti
Evam Hi
Evam Hi
Jantorapi
Jantorapi
Durvibhavyah
Durvibhaya Vyaha
Sharira
Sharira
Samyoga
Samyoga
Viyoga Hetuh
Viyoga Hetuhu
हेतुः
Agneryata
अग्नेर्यथा
Agnir
Daru Viyoga Yogayor
Daru Viyoga Yogayo
Adrustatonyam
Adrista Yonyayan
Na Nimittamasti
Na Nimittamasti
Evam Hi
एवं
एवं
हि
जंतो
जन्तोरपि
जन्तोरपि
दुर्विभाव्य
दुर्विभागः
दुर्विभाव्यः
शरीर संयोग
शरीर शरीरसंयोग
शरीरसंयोग
वियोग हेतु
वियोगहेतुः
वियोगहेतुः
अग्निर्यथा दारु वियोग योगयोर
अग्निर्यथा दारुवियोगयोगयो
अदृष्टतोऽन्यनिमित्तमस्ति
अदृष्टयोन्य न निमित्तमस्ति
एवं हि जन्तोरपि दुर्विभाव्यः
एवं हि
एवं हि
जन्तोरपि दुर्विभाग
दुर्विभागः
विभाव्यः
शरीर संयोग वियोग हेतुः
शरीरसंयोगवियोगहेतुः
योगहेतुः
word to word and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Jai Sri Prabhupada ki jai. Agneha
अग्निरः
of a fire in the forest.
of
of
a
a
fire in the forest
forest
Yatha
यथा
यथा
as
as
daru
दारु
दारु
of wood.
of wood
Viyoga yoga yoh
वियोगयोगयोः
of both the escaping and the capturing.
of
of
both the
both the
escaping and the
escaping and the
capturing
capturing
Adrustataha
अदृष्टतः
अदृष्टतः
than unseen providence.
then
than unseen
unseen
providence
providence
Anyat
अन्य
अन्यत्
some other reason or accident.
some other
some other
reason
reason or accident
accident
Na
no
no
not.
not
not
Nimittam
nimittam
निमित्त
a cause.
a cause
because
Asti
asti
अस्ति
there is.
there
there is
is
Evam
evam
a
in this way.
in
in
this
this
way
way
He
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 certainly
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 jantoh
done
jantoh
of the living being.
of the
of
living
the
being
Api
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 indeed.
indeed
indeed
Durvibhavyah
durvibhavyah
durvibhavah
cannot be found out.
cannot
cannot
be
be
found out
found out
Sharira
sharira
Sarira
of the body.
of the body
of the body
Samyoga
samyoga
of the accepting.
of the
of the
accepting
accepting
Viyoga
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 or of the giving up.
or
or
of the
of
giving up
the up
Hetuhu,
Hetuhu,
the cause.
the
the
cause.
cause.
Translation: when a fire, for some unseen reason, leaps over one piece of wood and sets fire to the next, the reason is destiny. Similarly, when a living being accepts one kind of body and leaves aside another, there is no other reason than unseen destiny. So, thank you, Matajis and Matajis, for the repetition. Purport: when there is a fire in a village, the fire sometimes jumps over one house and burns another. Similarly, when there is a forest fire, the fire sometimes jumps over one tree and catches another. Why this happens? No one can say. One may set forth some imaginary reason why the nearest tree or house did not catch fire, whereas a tree or house in a distant place did. But actually, the reason is destiny. This reason also applies to the transmigration of the soul, by which a prime minister in one life may become a dog in the next life. The work of unseen destiny cannot be ascertained by practical experimental knowledge, and therefore one must be satisfied by reasoning that everything is done by supreme providence. Agneryata viyoga yogayo adrustatonya nimittamasti evam hi jantorapi durvibhavyaha sharira samyoga viyoga hetuhu. So, ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं सजीवम् excuse me साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृतन्य देवं श्रीराधाकृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिस्वरूप दामोदर स्वामिनिति नामिने नमो सद्भक्तमनये मणिपूर उद्भवाय च प्रभुपादलासाद्वान् प्रचारनिरतायते नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगे राधे वृंदावनीश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna, Matajis and Prabhujis. So really, this Krishna Charitam, the Srimad Bhagavatam is so purifying. and so powerful. Though really I have no qualifications even to start the first canto of first sloka. This is 10th canto. Is so powerful and so purifying. And but still, with the mercy of Sri Guru, I just speak like a parrot what Sukadeva Goswami has said, or the conversation between Parikshit Maharaj and Sukadeva Goswami took place. So hearing this Krishna Charitam is, as I mentioned, is so purifying, and one should not miss this opportunity. This is a lifetime opportunity, no doubt in this. Many a times we come across certain, these are the certain catchy words, lifetime opportunity. And we have got this opportunity, but many a times we miss this. So we miss this opportunity of hearing to this Krishna Charitam, the topics of Lord Krishna. And why they are so purifying? Because they are being said by the greatest of the greatest devotees of Lord Krishna, Srila Sukadeva Goswami, the son of Vyasadeva. And Vyasadeva is the disciple of Narada Muni. So this is Kali Kalmashagnam. So this Krishna Charitam is Kali Kalmashagnam. Kali Kalmashagnam. So this the topics of Lord Krishna are so powerful, they will diminish the troubles of this age of Kali. So what this comprise? So this Krishna Charitam comprises the activities of Lord Krishna. And this Kali Kalmasham indicates that these activities of Lord Krishna are certainly the greatest panacea for all miseries, especially in this age of Kali. So this only can rescue us from the greatest dangers of the effect of Kali. So as we know, this Srila Vyasadeva prepared this Srimad Bhagavatam after he has compiled all the 17 Puranas, and still he was not happy, and then he approached his spiritual master, and the spiritual master Narada Muni has chastised him, saying that you have mentioned everything about dharma, artha, kama in all your 17 Puranas, but what about bhakti? So you have not mentioned anything about bhakti in your Puranas, in your compilations. Then he instructs him to write about Krishna Katha, the nectarian, the nectar of the Krishna Katha. So then Sukadeva Srila Vyasadeva pens down to write this Srimad Bhagavatam. So this gives great relief to the suffering people of this age. That is why this is Kali Kalmashagnam. And this movement, Krishna conscious movement, is also enlightening all the people by preaching the words of Lord Krishna from Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavad Gita as well as Srimad Bhagavatam. And when we hear such pastimes, especially we are so fortunate that from the voice of the Sri Guru, we can our lives can be even really delivered from this life and birth cycle, not liberation, even beyond that. So here the Srila Sukadeva Goswami is the Bhagavata Pradhana. So he is the Bhagavata Pradhana. We have to hear such pastimes from such Bhagavata Pradhana, the chief among the pure devotees, and whereas the Maharaja Parikshita is Vishnu Ratam. So who is always protected by Vishnu. So the conversation is what basically the Srimad Bhagavatam is a nectar which is flowing from the lotus lips of Srila Sukadeva Goswami. So we should hear such narrations, not the worldly narrations. So here this Bhagavata Pradhana and Vishnu Ratham, I am giving this preface because it's so purifying. So I like these words. These both words bear the same meaning. Bhagavata Pradhanaha as well as Vishnu Ratham. So that is Parikshita Maharaj was a great devotee of Krishna, and then Sukadeva Goswami was also a great saintly person as well as a great devotee of Krishna. So they combined together, presenting Krishna Katha to all the fallen souls of this age of Kali, to this creation especially. So this Krishna Katha is giving a great relief to the suffering humanity. Anarthopashamanam sakshat bhakti yogam adokshage lokasya janato vidvamsha chakre sattvatam samhitam. The material miseries of the living entity, which are superfluous to him, can be directly mitigated by the linking process of devotional service. Whatever the material miseries which we are seeing, definitely those can be mitigated, those can be minimized, those can be vanished when one indulges in the devotional service. But the mass of people do not know this, and therefore the learned Vasudeva compiled this Vedic literature, Srimad Bhagavatam, which is in relation to supreme truth. So people in general, they don't know about the message of Srimad Bhagavatam, but this Srimad Bhagavatam can give all of humanity or human society relief from the sufferings of the pangs of Kali Yuga. So that is what Kali Kalmashagnam. And in this canto, of course, there are many queries, which were put by Parikshita Maharaj to Srila Sukadeva Goswami. And this chapter starts with the advent of this canto starts with the first chapter and advent of Krishna, who was the worshipable deity for all the Pandavas. And Maharaja Parikshita, he was the grandson of the Arjuna. So when he was in his mother's womb, Uttara, at the time, he was saved from the attack of this Brahmastra by Aswathama. So Maharaja Parikshita, so when he was saved by the very much Lord Krishna himself by entering into the womb of Uttara as Sudarshana. So after that, once he come out, he has seen the Lord while he was in the womb. When he came out, he was searching, where is that form which I have seen in my mother's womb, the beautiful form of Lord Krishna? But he could not get anywhere. So actually that is why the name Parikshita came, examining, investigating where that beautiful form of Krishna is there. That is what, anyway, that is the name Parikshita came to him, Maharaja Parikshita. So wonderful pastime. And when he knew that within 7 days he will be going to die by the snake bite, but he didn't get baffled, but he gave up his kingdom, and then he came to Srila Sukadeva Goswami to hear about the pastimes of the Lord rather than getting bewildered. Then that is how this whole narration started. So it was so enthusiastic for Sukadeva Goswami to describe this when the Parikshit Maharaj asked him to narrate about the pastimes of the Lord. So he was very much happy. And when he accepted the Parikshit Maharaj's request, so Parikshit Maharaj also became very happy. So it was so enthusiastic, description, like the waters of the Ganges. The descriptions of the activities of Krishna also can purify the entire universe, the way the Ganges is purifying wherever it is flowing. In this way, not only the speaker, but not only the inquirer, but all the audience also become purified. So this came from our Guru Parampara. So whoever, we all are hearing this, we all are inquiring this, we all are speaking this, so we all get purified. The Ganges emanated from the toe of Lord Vishnu purifies the three worlds, the upper, middle and lower worlds. Three bhuvana. So middle is the earth, above is bhuvi, bhuvasvaha, swargaloka up to even brahmaloka, and then below earth, below bhuloka it is atala vitala sutala patala rasatala mahatala, last is patala. So all these three planetary systems, upper, middle and lower, gets purified, sanctified. In the same lines, when someone asks about the pastimes and the characteristics of the Lord Vasudeva, that is Krishna, so these three varieties of men are purified. That is what it is being very categorically and specifically mentioned. They are the speaker or the preacher, the inquirer who inquires, and people who are hearing to this conversation. All these three categories of people are purified. So that is so powerful. So in this, Maharaj Parikshit was putting many queries how Krishna appeared on this in the womb of Devaki, and then how Balrama appeared, and how Krishna spent got himself transferred from Mathura to Vrindavana, and how Krishna lived with his family members, and where did Krishna execute the pastimes, and so how he stayed in Mathura and then Vrindavana, and why he did kill his maternal uncle Kamsha, though which was not correct because he was killing his mother's brother and so on. So how many years and many questions he has put. So Parikshit Maharaj was putting these questions, and then Srila Sukadeva Goswami was answering all those questions. So here the Krishna has threefold pastimes, the Vrajalila, Mathura and Dwarka Lila. And all these things have been explained in these 90 chapters of this canto. Well, and so it clearly says about the forest fire, Agner Yatha, so of a fire in the forest, which we are seeing. A simple example, this forest fire is so, disturbing, samsara davanala. So even this material life is like that only. But we have to get out of this forest fire. That is, we have to get out of this birth and death cycle. Then only there is a meaning for our life. And we all know how effective and how powerful and how devastating this forest fire is. Example which we are seeing from newspaper, especially the California. So the California and west coast of US is known to be the one of the best places to habitate in the world on this earth. In spite of that, the best could not remain as best. So this forest fire in this California, even though all the sophisticated detection mechanisms, instruments are there in place, but the fire could not be extinguished despite of persisted efforts. Still it is ravaging, it is even extending, it is spreading. Even all these very luxurious houses have been left to ashes. So this system, this place, this technology could not stop this the super rich houses of the super rich. They have left to devastation only. So can anyone ascertain why this has happened, and there only this has happened? So this is what basically this shloka is mentioning about. 10.1.51. Agneryatadaru viyago aviyogayogayoradrustato anyana nimittamasti evam hi jantorapi durvibhavyah sharira samyoga viyoga hetuhu. So the destiny we cannot really change that the destiny. What is going to happen, we cannot change. But when we come in association with such people, who are the three categories of people: the speaker, the inquirer, the people in general. So definitely, when we belong to any of this category, definitely we can make ourselves free from these three modes of material nature, three miseries of material nature. So here, these great personalities, Bhagavata Pradhana and then Vishnu Ratham. So this nectar was flowing down with nice questions and answers. So this is so palatable to our ears, but many, 99%, 99.9%, so doesn't like to hear to these pastimes. So this though this birth and death is inevitable, but still we are hankering onto this, and we could not give up these things. So it clearly says that a living being accepts one kind of body and leaves aside another, but there is no reason about that, how you can there is no other reason than unseen destiny. But in this Srimad Bhagavad Gita 9.10, it says, Prakrute kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvashah ahankara vimudatma kartaham iti manyate. To the materialist people, this life and birth, birth and death, the reason behind this is not known. Even though they know, they don't accept this. But in Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter, 10th shloka, Krishna is telling to Arjuna, and he is saying that this Prakriti Kriyama, whatever it is happening, the bewildered spirit soul, under the influence of these three modes of material nature, thinks himself to be the doer of activities, which are in actually carried out by my nature. But we think we are doing everything. So this is basically Bhagavad Gita 3.27. But in 9.10, Krishna is telling, Maya Jakshena Prakriti Suyate Sa Charachara. So it is by the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead that the material energy, Mahamaya, works upon the conditioned soul. When a person who follows this Bhagavata Vidhi, this Guru Parampara, and then following the instructions of the Sri Guru, so they can definitely understand why it is happening, and then only why it is happening with me, and then why not with others. But for a materialistic person who is engrossed in all these materialistic activities, can never ponder upon, can even never think about why it is only happening with me. So this is so palatable to our ears and then so powerful. So only this, because the persons are always influenced by this Mahamaya, this external potency of Lord Krishna. So the people are always thinking that they are the cause for all the actions, and they all think that they are independent. Ahankara vimudatma kartaham iti manyate. But whenever this ahankara goes away, and when this conditioned soul becomes liberated, only when he or she executes the devotional service, that too the loving devotional service, so then he or she is given a greater and greater chance to relish, to understand their relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead in different transcendental status. So we know different, there are 5 rasas: Dasya rasa, Sakya rasa, Vatsarya rasa, Madhurya rasa. So one is Shanta rasa, the first one. So when a person goes from Shanta rasa to up to the level of Madhurya rasa, they will understand this. They will understand the potencies of the Lord. Then they will understand why this forest fire is taking place and why we are in this birth and death cycle, and then how we can come out of this birth and death cycle. Otherwise, it is always a mystery for them. So they come with their own imaginary reasons. Why this has happened, why this might have happened, why this might not have happened for others. So this is everything is useless unless we bring to a logical conclusion. But there is no logic there because everything is Maya Jakshena Prakriti. So the whole nature is under the control of himself, the Lord Krishna. So that is why things are happening. अग्नेर्यथा दारुवियोगयोगयोरदृष्टतो अन्यन्न निमित्तमस्ति एवं हि जन्तोरपि दुर्विभाव्यः शरीरसंयोगवियोगहेतुः ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. So finally, what I would like to say, if we come under the clutches of Krishna, then we can be freed from the clutches, the pangs of the material miseries or clutches of Maya. So no doubt in this. That is how we can get rid of this Durga. This Durga. Durga means the fort, the fortress of material world, only by having pass. That is by becoming a devotee of the Lord and by executing the pure devotional service unto the Lord under the directions of Sri Guru, under the instructions of Sri Guru. Then definitely we can get rid of this material miseries, and then we can go back to the Godhead. So we should make ourselves become belonging to the category of either the inquirer, either the preacher, or the general populace who are audience of this two interaction between these two great personalities. One is Bhagavata Pradhana or Vishnu Rata. So thank you very much for your patience hearing. So if any points would like to add, I am not qualified to even answer any questions, any queries on this. So somebody has raised. Yes, Prabhuji, Srikant Prabhuji, please. You can add some points.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Okay. Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
What is fate and destiny?
Come again, Prabhuji. Hello. Is my voice clear?
What is destiny?
What is destiny? So here, destiny is basically in this grass sense, why it has happened, why it has not happened with other house, and then why the pain is happening to me, but why the pain is not happening to me. But in a spiritual sense, so everything is coming from Lord Krishna. So he is Sarva Karana Karanam. He is the cause of all causes. So that is what I understand. The destiny is the cause of all causes, and who is Krishna? So the destiny is Krishna in my understanding. Was my voice clear, Prabhuji?
Yes, my voice is clear.
Yeah, your voice is breaking, surprisingly for me.
How about others? Mataji, my voice is clear.
Yeah. So was my, yeah, now
Now
it's
it
clear.
is clear, Prabhuji.
So was my,
पहले थोड़ा अंदर से आ रहा था.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So could you hear my response, Prabhuji?
Yeah, I can hear. I could hear the response.
Okay.
Let me.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So, actually, there are two ways to see. When the fire jumps from one branch to another branch, it may look like random event, but we know that behind, scientists may know, or they may know that behind actually there are forces, some wind forces or any force. So because of which their timber it lands on another branch and the fire is set. So similarly, our destiny is actually not reasonable. Behind there is a force of our karmas, and there's sanchit karma, prarabdha karma. The prarabdha karma is what is the, which means the manifested fruits of our some of our past actions, that comes in the form of destiny. So we cannot ascertain this. So Vasudevji is telling Kansa, like, you cannot see, since you are a wicked person, and you probably can never ascertain the cause behind our destiny. Similarly, we ignorant people, we think that destiny is some random thing, and but actually nothing is random. The karmas are our destiny's cause. And definitely the destiny, the fruits are, facilitated by Krishna. Only Krishna's agency is actually directing the fruits. But the ultimate, but that direction is not random. Everything is decided by our past karmas. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for your nice words. If there are no further queries, we can end today's session. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Jai.
Jai Srimad Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai.
Jai.
All assembled devotees ki Jai. Mataji's Prabhuji's ki Jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. His Grace Rangeshwar Prabhu ki Jai ho.